Righty. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of SS Chat with Chyke Gee. He is Chyke and I am G. I almost said I was G and I'm Chyke and he's G. Oh, my goodness. Must have a little too much at brunch today.
No, sip some of your tea. Sip some tea a little bit. Maybe
I need some tea.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers.
I see you got a partner.
The new week.
Yes.
Okay, you got a tea partner now. Okay.
Tea party.
I sure do.
Toast to good health. Actually, so.
Yes, toast to good health. Toast to a good week. We're gonna have a good week.
Yes, awesome. So today we are so excited because we finally have our first guest ever on the show. Yay. We have a young lady here today. Her name's Nikya. She's from Pennsylvania. She's 28 years old.
Hey guys. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yes. So Nikya is a warrior. She had reached out to us and told us about her story, her journey with sickle cell. And we were so inspired by what she said. So we decided to have a conversation with her. She says she has a lot of stories. But one thing I told Nikya, I was like, when you come on, girl, you got to tell us a defining moment in your life in terms of living with sickle cell.
I'm particularly excited about this because there's just the connection about it. Like the first time when I met her, like almost some of the things she's saying, when she starts saying it, I'm going, oh yeah, I know that. I know. We've experienced like a lot of similar things. So welcome, Nikya. I appreciate you.
Thank you guys so much. And like Chyke said, it's really nice to have that, seriously, because, you know, when you're talking about a situation and somebody can sit there and be like, oh, yeah, you know, I've been through that too. Like, I just feel it. I feel like somebody can relate to me. It's a good feeling. It's a sad situation, but it's a good feeling to have somebody who else like could relate to you.
Yes. Yeah. So we're so happy to have you on. Now, what would you like to tell us today?
So today, I would like to tell you guys, I'm going to go with a story. I had pneumonia when I was younger. I was 7 years old. Okay. Now, where I'm from Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. So now in Pennsylvania, there's not many doctors or like nurses that really like care for patients with sickle cell. And I'm pretty sure that's a lot of places around the world. So when I was 7 years old, you know, it just all started with like a little common cough. I was coughing for a couple of weeks, whatever the case may be. And I ended up going to the hospital. And when I went to the hospital, they end up telling me, you know, your lungs are collapsing. So with there not being as many doctors and as many resources out here from where I'm from, with my lungs collapsing, I had to actually get flown in a helicopter to Philadelphia just to, you know, be able to get intubated and get the proper care and have somebody that knows how to take care of sickle cell. It was hard, you know. You know, your life is pretty much on the line, and nobody knows what to do.
And you see what you're saying. I know there are people out there that might be watching right now. They'll be like, "Really? What are you talking about?" But I understand exactly what you're saying, and the doctor's not being experienced. Again, I've told you that story where I was in the ER. The thing that actually made me want to go to medical school in the first place, because I was in the ER and the doctors are literally asking me like, oh, okay, so what does your doctor do? What is this, that? You know, they asking me that question. Yeah. You know, it's crazy. Even the neighbor that came in that was in crisis, they didn't know what to do. She's grabbing her back. I'm the one that had to tell them, oh, no, it's not her stomach, it's her back hurting. And she's in crisis. Maybe you guys should do this, do that. Remember I told you that? And they actually listened to me.
Oftentimes you find yourself explaining to them how to treat you, how to care for you.
Exactly.
I'm my own advocate, yes. And I'm a good one because I've learned over the years.
Yeah.
You got to speak for yourself, baby. Especially when you get older, dealing with sickle cell, because it's hard. And if you don't have the proper way of speaking, you will find yourself arguing with doctors. I found I've had to learn how to advocate for myself, really. And it's been hard because I've argued with doctors. Doctors have walked out on me, slammed the door on me, you know. So you find yourself explaining to them. You're like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
So when you got flown to Philadelphia, what were the moments like in the hospital when you got there?
So after I got flown to Philadelphia, you know, I got my room and everything. They pretty much just intubated me, and then they induced my coma. So after that, I don't remember anything that happened, but I can tell you that I'm a firm believer in God. And, you know, the people that visit, my grandmother, my mom and stuff, my grandmother, she was actually on crutches. I'll never forget this. She was on crutches and she was walking with her crutches, and I would hear them and I would reach out. And she said to me, I'm gonna leave my angels with you. And I kid you not, maybe like a month after that, I started to get better.
And this happened when you were 7 years old?
I was 7 years old. And you know what? They told my mom I was gonna die.
Wow.
They told her I wasn't.
Yeah, we've been hearing a lot of that. We did a little thing on Instagram where it's just like, what age did they tell you, and how old are you now? You know, yep.
Yeah. They've been telling me that since I was 5. And you see me shaking my head when you said you were hearing, but you couldn't see. You intubated.
Yeah.
That again, you know the story. Me in a coma too. Like you don't actually see and you're not able to react, but I can hear. Like I remember the things that I was hearing that motivated me to fight. So that is exactly. So it's just, man, it's incredible.
Having moments where you had your grandmother, you had your cousin Chyke, your mom. So just having people be able to like pray, whether it's they're praying for you or just sending positive thoughts and vibes your way. It's important to have that support in your life.
Keeps you going, you know what I mean? It keeps you going.
Yeah, exactly.
So you talked about how you've really had to advocate for yourself, and you've had to talk to doctors and know how to talk to doctors. What is your process with that? I want to know.
Sickle cell is predominantly African American.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, we gotta watch how we come off to certain people, especially like when the upper echelon they're taking care of you. So I used to be the one that would flip out. Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll flip out in here. You know what I mean? Get crazy. But I had to learn. That's not, they're not hearing that.
Exactly.
All they're seeing is madness. And if you got the time to flip out, then how are you in pain? That's
what my goodness.
Exactly. That's always, and they actually say that sometimes even. They actually will say that.
Yeah. How are you having a crisis when you're over here enraged? You're flipping out. A lot of sickle cell patients tend to find themselves in that situation. We tend to snap. I'm hurting. I don't feel well. And I'm telling you that if I don't want to be here, I'm not having tea parties here. I'm not here drug seeking. When you talk to them in an educated manner and you learn about your disease, look it up, Google it, learn for yourself. So that way, when a doctor comes at you sideways, hit them back with some education.
Yep. See, and that's what I like when you said, like, be your own. You can only be your own advocate. You're your best advocate. You know, like what you're saying, you have to tell them, because a lot of them don't know. And that's one thing, like for me, it got to a point now, me and my doctor, we created a paper where he wrote my medical history and wrote down the meds that I get in the ER, the meds I get when I'm admitted, when they should give it. So when I come in there and I'm in crisis, and sometimes if I can't verbalize too much, I can just give him that paper. And it just makes things easier for me. And it's worked out for me. I don't know if it will work out for anybody else, but we have to be your own advocate. That's important.
When you feel yourself getting, worked up because they're trying to offend you in any type of way, take a deep breath, calm down, because your crisis is going to get worse.
It's going to get worse. Exactly. Yeah.
Take a deep breath, calm down. Realize what they're saying, try to hear them out, and try to come back at them in a way where they can hear you. Like I said, you get more bees with honey. Sometimes it could work that way. You know what I mean?
You are over here throwing out gems, giving out advice. My next question was, what advice would you give to warriors out there? But you already answered that. Oh, thank you for that. But I really just want to get to know a little bit about you. Like, what do you like to do? What brings you joy? Let me phrase it that way.
Brings me joy.
What brings you black joy, girl?
Black joy.
Black joy.
Yeah.
So I like to bake and I like to cook.
So what you like to bake? Where you bake?
I Cupcakes are my thing.
Okay.
I could make a mean, nice, moist cupcake.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Yes.
I like it. I really like it moist too.
Me too.
Hey,
I don't like a dense cupcake. Too heavy. No, it has to be nice and moist. I could make a really good cupcake and a really good chocolate chip cookie.
Okay. You might have to ship some over to the West Coast.
So, you just had to mention cake right now. Oh my God.
He loves sweets.
Don't
get him started.
So Chyke is sweets.
Yep.
Wow.
I do sweets when I like, craving it. When I'm craving.
Me
but
too.
Other than that, I'm not too big on sweets.
Yeah, like I'm more savory. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a savory girl.
So you're missing something. You had told me when we talked earlier, you had talked about you're going to school for something.
So I'm currently going to school to be a mortician. I didn't start school yet, but I start on the 24th of May. So that's like literally right around the corner. I know all my friends and stuff. They're like, girl, you want to do what?
I know. Like I said the same thing. I was like, why did you decide to be
That's what I'm thinking too.
Why?
Yeah.
Tell us why.
So, recently, like maybe 2 years ago, I went to pretty many funerals, and each and every one of my loved ones, they did not look the greatest. They didn't look the greatest. And part of the mourning process for me, and I feel like everybody else too, is when you have an open casket, you want to see your loved one look at peace. I want to, just get behind the scenes, do the makeup, do the hair. Maybe I can counsel people through the grieving process, wherever it leads me.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Like, to be around dead bodies it's not easy, man. That is amazing. Oh my God,
that's definitely not for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
I can't even see. Like, I'm too emotional. Like, I just be like, I probably wouldn't even know the person. Be like, no, why they take Ray, Uncle Ray? Why you gotta go like that? I'm too dramatic. What'd you say?
I think I'll be okay.
Hey, you are a warrior. You're a fighter. You're a survivor. You are gonna be fine.
I love your vibe, honestly. People that have sickle cell sometimes, there's some. I mean, I've met a lot. Some people back in Michigan and a few here. There's some people that I see sometimes. It's almost like they're giving up, almost kind of. Yeah, on life, pretty much. It's always important to do your best to have as positive as you can.
Yeah, I read something on someone's profile that says, I have sickle cell. Sickle cell doesn't have me.
I like that. I like that one.
I need to find the person that said that so I can give them credit. I'll find them and I'll make sure that I tag them. Thank you so much, Nikya, for joining us. Thank you for being our first guest. We really
Nikya, you embodied that. You embodied that perfectly. I'm so happy I got to connect with somebody else that has sickle cell.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for having me. And Chyke, keep in touch. We are family. We are warriors. And, we got to be here for each other.
Thank you guys for watching. If you want to follow us on Instagram, our Instagrams are there. I'm going to put Nikya's Instagram also on there. Make sure you subscribe. Most importantly, we want you guys to be coming back weekly to join us, right? We like to build this community, right? And we want you guys to be a part of it, right? Right, y'all?
Yep. Yeah, of course.
All right. Signing off, Chyke Gee.